Alright guys, so I've been getting a ton of messages about how I do my sales calls because in the previous video I actually mentioned that I close a client almost every single day and I only take like 1 to 3 sales calls every single day, right? So not even that much volume. So I have like a 40 to 50% close rate on sales calls, which is pretty insane considering my niche, which is roofing, is pretty saturated. Now the thing you have to understand with sales calls, it is just practice. It is just practice by actually, taking sales calls, right? So the more sales calls you will take, the better you will become at it. So especially at the start, you should focus on getting as many reps as possible, talking to as many people in your niche as possible, so you can learn about the niche, become more knowledgeable, and eventually close someone. And so in this video, I just want to show you one of the sales calls I closed and my entire framework and my philosophy about taking sales calls. So hopefully you can just take this, implement it for your own agency, and get a lot of clients. Alright, so here we have the call. This call is a pretty short call. I think this was like only 30 minutes or so, and he ended up closing on the call and paying me. So let's just get right into it.
Hello.
Hey Marco, what's up? How are you?
Hey, doing good. How about you, Caleb?
Doing good.
Solid. Where are you calling from today?
Arizona.
Nice.
Yeah.
What area?
Flagstaff, like right by the Grand Canyon.
So this is not even the best sales call actually, to be honest, because in here what I should have done here is I should have already did my research before I hopped on a call with this guy, so I can actually tell him, hey, so you're in Arizona, right? Oh, no way, I have someone that is in Arizona right now. You want to kind of build a connection right away. So this is not even perfect, right? But I still ended up closing him. Just a minor thing, always try to like find similarities as soon as possible on the call so they trust you a bit more. It's kind of like a little bit of manipulation, but yeah.
Flagstaff, but like that sort of area?
Yeah. It's like an hour from the Grand Canyon. Yeah.
Awesome. And are you the owner or?
I'm the owner. Yep.
Oh, I just wanted to the owner because you do look kind of young for a roofer.
Yeah, 28, 25, man. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, well, so the thing is like most of my clients actually usually about 40, 50s. So that's
See, this is kind of the connection phase where you would just want to, talk to them for like a minute or two, just kind of like build some trust. 2 minutes is actually a bit too long, dude. Like keep it from like 30 to 60 seconds, to be honest, to find similarities and just dive right in. So
I guess my first question, Caleb, would just be like, what sort of maybe like the if you will biggest challenge in the business that you would like us come to help you with, like how can I help?
So here you can see I'm trying to get to the root of the problem. I'm not asking him, hey, what made you hop on this call today? I ask him, what's the problem you want help with, right? Because you see, most people will just beat around the bush and kind of like try to act nice and stuff. I just address the problem right away, which is what you want to be doing, right? And the frame you want to be taking here, because the thing is too, because the thing is, think about it. If you don't know what the problem is, why he's on the call with you, you can't really tailor the entire call to his needs, right? Does that make sense? Like if you just don't know what he needs help with, like obviously, yeah, he needs probably more work and needs more business with Facebook ads, but you want to have him tell you that so you can use his words and kind of like tell it back to him, if that makes sense, right? So, and the main frame here is we want to discover what the main challenge is here, and you'll see this as the sales process goes on, but you want to kind of find the biggest challenge. You want to find what he's tried to solve this problem, what companies he has tried in the past. Has he tried to do it on his own? What is he thinking of trying? Why hasn't he done that yet? Then you want to go to what he wants to be doing. So what would his life look like if he wouldn't have this problem? If he actually was able to get more work and wouldn't need to, stress about, X, Y, and Z. And then you want to just discover his motivation, why is he looking to take action on this now as opposed to waiting, for example, like a week or two or even a couple of months, right? That's the general frame we take in the discovery. And mind this, the discovery is the most important aspect of the entire sales call, because if you fail to diagnose this problem in the right way, he will never think that it's a good way to sign up with you, because if he doesn't feel the pain of his current situation and he doesn't see why he needs to change right now, so you need to demonstrate to him that this problem he's facing is very painful, and if he doesn't fix it, there's going to be some serious consequences, okay?
That's a good question. So I think one of the biggest issues that we have with roofing, we don't just do roofing, by the way, we do like interior reconstruction, structural construction, a lot of other stuff too. But as far as roofing goes, is a lot of the times when we're marketing for roofing on Google, we're not getting leads in our main service area, which is like Flagstaff, right? We're getting stuff out in like Chino Valley or down in Prescott or in Sedona and stuff like that. And we really want to try to dial in, stain, and flag as much as we can for roofs as well. So we want to build a presence here.
So you can see right here, his main issue wasn't that the business was not growing. He's just getting leads outside of the service area. So now, for example, when I'm going to pitch him, I'm not going to be talking about, for example, nice our ads look, for example, or, that we're gonna be getting him people that are very, very committed. Obviously I can talk about those things, but his main pain point here is that he's not getting enough leads in his actual main service area, which is Flagstaff in Arizona. That's his main thing. So I'm gonna be heavily talking about that stuff in the pitch. I'm going to be talking about, for example, things like we have this custom targeting tracking system. We're able to really specifically, precisely pinpoint a specific area and only get him leads in this service area, as opposed to kind of getting leads all around, for example. I'm going to be showing him some proof about, and I can back that up by showing him, for example, some of my client results and showing him some testimonials, stuff like that, which we'll get to later, but that's the gist here.
So that's probably been the biggest issue with roofing so far. We've been doing pretty swimmingly at our other location out in Shogo. It's been going pretty well. We're pretty much locked in on that as far as marketing goes over there. But just on our competition up here in Flag.
Gotcha. Okay. And I'm curious, why do you think it's just not really working out for you with Google right now?
That's a great question. So I think the vast majority of the issue is probably like the reviews, the amount of reviews. So I think we're sitting at like 15 reviews on the Flash application for Google, and then like I think our top average competitor is at like 400 reviews, if I remember correctly. So I think that's our biggest issue so far is with that. That's for Google LSA.
Gotcha.
So now we kind of diagnosed again an even deeper problem. He just doesn't have the authority in the service area. So that's something I can then build upon in the pitch again. I'm going to be telling him, for example, what I can do for free for you to kind of give him the last push he needs to join on my program, for example, or my agencies. I can tell him, totally free for you. If you sign up on this call today, I'm going to do a Google review campaign for you, totally free of charge. And what that's going to do for you is going to allow you to kind of get to the top of Google. It's going to allow you to stay there without having to invest heavy money into SEO, for example. And that stays forever. Even if we split ways eventually, which, you know, is probably not going to happen, that's going to stay, you know? So you're going to have those 5-star reviews, and they're going to be real reviews by your past customers. So totally free of charge if you sign up today. You know, something like that, right?
Makes sense. So pretty much the major issue what you're saying is just you're getting leads, but they're mainly outside of the service area. Is that it?
Yes. Yep.
Gotcha. And you also said that you had I think did you just mention you have like different branches or different locations? Is that it?
Yeah. So we have a separate location. It's kind of in its infancy, but it's doing pretty well out in Shogo. So like.
So you can see while he's speaking to me, I'm writing stuff down. I have a notebook in front of my laptop and I'm writing shit down. What that does to him, you know, unconsciously is like he's thinking, hey, this guy pays attention. This guy knows his shit. This guy's an expert. I'm gonna be listening to this guy, and I'm not gonna be cutting in and trying to, you know, interrupt him, because if I might do that, he's gonna prescribe me the wrong solution, right? And what I do here is I reiterate everything he told me so far to him, just so I can make sure that I have my ducks in order, right? I'm gonna be skipping forward a bit, because like I said, I'm just gonna be digging more about his past, his, you know, future goals and all that stuff. And then super important thing too is making the discovery not super long, but very in-depth. So on my sales calls, half of the entire call is spent in the discovery. Like I was saying, the sales method in the discovery, make sure that you actually do a good job with that.
In Google Ads, but you're just like so wasting it because they're far away. Based on that, this is what I think the solution is that you need. And that is actually custom branded advertising. Now, the key here is, because it is custom branded to you, and it is actually through like online advertising, we're able to like actually like specifically target certain areas in Flagstaff, like the surrounding areas, and exclude everything that is around it, right? Which I guess Google Ads is maybe not really possible. I'm not an expert on Google Ads, but how it sounds to me like maybe like doesn't really work. But we're able actually to like target the only the areas you actually want, and sort of just move everybody out to every other area, right? And also, so with the leads that we're actually going to be generating, so unlike with what it was, Angie and Thumbtack and whatnot, we're not going to be sharing these with anybody else, with any of your competitors. So the homeowners actually know they're opting in for your company, right? Not some random, whatever, Angie or whatever, right? And what that means is it's going to allow you to, of course, get into the door with more homeowners in the first place, also charge them more, and also close them at a high rate, because you don't have to compete with like 10 other roofers and whatnot, which is ultimately going to get you to those 30 roofs a month. Now, as a matter of fact, this is actually the exact sort of element that I helped actually one of our clients, Kobe. This guy's in St. Louis, Missouri, which allowed me to actually scale pretty heavily. I'm also just going to share my screen actually with you for this.
And what I do here as well, additionally, is I mentioned his past attempts and why those failed, and how what I'm doing is different to, you know, what he's tried in the past. And now I kind of just back everything up what I just said by showing him, you know, a case study, for example. I'm going to be share my screen with him, and I show him one of my clients' Facebook ad results, and I kind of give them a quick backstory. I tell them, cool, so this is my client Colby. He's been working with us for X amount of months. This is the results he's been getting. When he started out with us, he's been facing X, Y, and Z, just like you, no different to you whatsoever. Now he's, doing 100K a month, and he's living his dream life, and his wife is actually sleeping with him again, for example, right? This is the gist here, and we do this 3 times. This kind of sort of process. We give him his problem again. This time we offer a solution, and we back it up with a case study. For the second loop this time, we want to be talking about, for example, how the leads he's been getting in the past have just been unqualified. So not only have they been outside of the service area, they also have been unqualified. They've been, broke, right? The roof is too small. They have no insurance check, X, Y, and Z, right? And I'm going to be talking about that all the leads we're going to be getting him are pre-qualified. They're, pre-vetted. And everybody that is not qualified, we're just not gonna charge him for it, right? We're just gonna refund them, give him his money back for that specific lead. He's only be facing good homeowners. Then I do the 3rd loop, and this time I'm gonna be talking about, hey, so the ones that are actually qualified, we're also gonna be booking those into your calendar. So everything you need to do is just go out, or have your salesperson go out, meet with the homeowner and sell the roof. That's everything you need to do. We do everything that comes before that. And if I present these things like in this order, I kind of tell them, hey, we find the homeowners for you that are actually in your area. We qualify them for you, and we also book them into your calendar. Everything you do, you just sell them. That's gonna really tick in their brain. And if I show them proof all along the way in case studies and all that stuff, it's gonna be like, oh my God, this is so much value. Why would I not do this? And this is exactly what happens. So let me show you.
I like it. Yeah, definitely down to give it another try, see if we can get Facebook to perform. I'm definitely here for it.
I'm just curious, why do you like it?
No, it's like you actually just showed me, like, no bullshit, just showed me that you're actually doing that over there in Missouri. Yeah. So I like that. None of the other 2 guys have ever shown me that. So.
And actually, on that note, what I can also actually show you. So Colby actually did also made a testimonial for us. That's actually him right here. It's Colby Shilson, owner of Eminent Roofing. We closed 6 appointments in 1 month. This is actually him right here. So let me know if you can hear it.
Hey, Colby here with.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah.
Okay. Eminent Roofing Solutions. Just want to give a huge shout out to Roof Catalyst. Working with Marco, he's been able to run our Facebook ads for us. So far, we've been working together for almost a month now. We have been able to put together in that short span of time 6 brand new roof appointments already closed. Got 2 more out for signatures, and about 9 more in the hopper that we're working on getting close. So I just want to give a huge shout out. Marco's been great. He's running perfect ads for our company and how it works with our setup. And it's been able to exponentially grow our business.
Yeah, that's just I got even more here. We got a bunch of results right here.
So you can tell at this point, this guy, look at his smile. Like, this guy, he wants to pay me. Like, he doesn't even know the price. He doesn't even know exactly what he's getting. Obviously, I showed him, I told him what we do, but he's not entirely sure how we're gonna be running these ads, how are we gonna be doing X, Y, and Z, which he doesn't need to know. But this guy is ready to pay right now, as you can, see, and like he just told me. So this sort of system is pretty insane. It works amazingly well. So I'm gonna skip forward a bit more.
Now, for the actual investment for working with us. So, first of all, you're not locked into anything. So I don't like long contracts. They're bullshit. If you do good service, people are gonna want to stay with you. So we don't do any of that. No terms at all. This is month to month. Only contract you're actually locked into is a refund guarantee, which you have in place. Basically, what this is a pay per appointment model. So let's say, Caleb, you tell me first month you want 18 appointments, right? So the first month you pay up front in the deposit for those appointments. So you pay us $1,500 if you want 18 appointments, and so each appointment is valued at around $80. But what happens is, let's say you pay for the appointments, like you pay for them, you go to 5 appointments, all are good, but the 6th appointment you go to is unqualified. So maybe the decision maker is not there, no show, or too small roof, whatever. Something goes wrong, right? Just something is just going as it was supposed to. So what you do at that point, you just tell me, hey man, this appointment is shit, I want my money back, right? So what I do is I'm going to send you the money for that appointment, so $80, and I also cover your ad spend for that day. So I'm sending you an additional $50 on top of your 80, right? So 130 in total, right? And you don't go through some sort of comment, you just text me the order, right? Now, no other company is going to really give you a refund for what you spend on ad spend, maybe for what you paid them, but we do actually also refund ad spend if you waste time with someone that is unqualified, right?
So this is how I pitch my offer, right? Then I kind of go ahead and talk about ad spend and all that stuff, and let's see what he thinks.
But that's sort of the setup of that, yeah.
Cool. I would definitely be down to start with the 1,500 package.
Yeah.
Start there and then just see how it works. If it goes well, then obviously scale it.
100%. That's actually also what most of our clients do start out. The go 1500 AC works, just makes sense to also go for more, right? So that's totally cool, man. Cool. So what I will actually do, is that something you want to get on with?
Yes, do it.
Awesome. So what I will actually do, so I will drop a payment link into the Google Meet chat.
And that's how you close SMMA clients, ladies and gentlemen. Super simple, right? Straight to the point, super transparent. Cut the BS selling, cut the emotional shit. It doesn't really work anymore in my opinion. So this is how you do it. This guy paid me, he's actually still my client till this day. He's paid me $1,500 every single month passively, and I do barely any work. So this is some proof here. This guy paid. So he paid me via Wise because I used to use Wise back in the days. I don't know why I used to use this. I'm gonna spit some more games for you boys for free here. So you want to make your service look as different as possible to anything they've tried in the past. That's why the questioning phase is so powerful, because you can just ask them, hey, what have you tried? And then what you do in the pitch, you tell them the exact opposite, the thing that I have not tried yet, or the thing that they're thinking of trying. Because what I sometimes just do, I just ask them, so I mean, what would be the perfect setup for you? And I tell you, oh, you know, I want a company that only works with one client per area. I want a company that is super transparent. I want a company that's small, X, Y, and Z. And guess what I do in the pitch? I tell them, hey, so we're a super small company. We don't work with too many roofers. We only work with 25 at a time. We like to keep it personal and kind of like one-to-one, right? We only work with one single roofer per area, because the last thing we want to have happen is our clients competing with each other, or me competing with myself here, right? And we try to really, you know, work for the long term. You know, I'm not really interested in kind of working with you for a month or so here. That's not really where I make my money. What I'm personally interested in doing here, you know, is really working with you for a year or two or onwards, because that's where I make my money. That's where you make a fuck ton of money, and that's where everybody benefits, you know? So, you know, I just literally tell them that. Everything they're telling me, I just tell them that back to them, just, you know, in a different form, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you do it. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. I'm more than happy to help you. If you want my one-on-one help on how to like sign clients, how to deliver these clients amazing services, so you can showcase on sales calls, hey, I'm getting these results right now for one of my other clients, how to even get people on sales calls with you, more than happy to help. There's going to be a link below this video. Just book a call with me, myself, and yeah, then I might be able to help you with scaling your agency too. So that being said, boys, I'll see you in the next one, and take care.